Okay, students. So lecture 12 today we will start, that is called Ajax. Okay. So we use this Ajax to develop your PHP web pages. What is this Ajax means? Ajax is an asynchronous JavaScript and XML. It's a combination of JavaScript and XML. Okay. So to develop the web pages, we use all these technologies now: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, XML, this one DOM, document object module, and this is the object. This is the main important object in Ajax. Okay, so this term is invented by this scientist in 2005. So why we need this Ajax? Asynchronous JavaScript it is. So without Ajax, if you want to send the data to the server and get the new page, the whole page is going to be reloaded into the browser. When you open Google Chrome, see here what I have shown to you, this one, this part. Understand this part first. This one, left side. This is your Google Chrome. You open the website, you send the request to the server like facebook.com or some gmail.com. So server will do what? It will send you the page. Yani the whole content is reloaded here. Whole content is reloaded here to receive your response. The new page is loaded here. But when you use Ajax, what happens is your request is sent to this engine, then an XML HTTP object is sent to the server. Server will send you back the response in the form of an XML, not as a page. So that XML you can parse and you can display here. Yani no need to reload the page. Only the small portion, small part of the page is loaded without reloading your entire page. Like our example, you are using the SAS advising system. Okay. So when you click here, see there are all portions here. When I want student information, I click here, only this part is changed. This one is not changed. This one is not changed. Can you see? Only this part is changed. Okay. For example, see future planning. Only this area is affected. This one or this complete web page is not reloaded. So Ajax technique is that only. Ajax technique is that only. So when you try to submit the request to the server, server will send you back the reply. So that response you have to parse and display it in the browser. Okay, you don't need to reload the entire page. Okay, so that is why it is called asynchronous JavaScript. Okay, so asynchronous will allow small updates to happen when they needed to. Like you are checking score on the websites. For example, I don't know here. There is a score or not. In the match not started. Otherwise, I can show you the score. Like see, this one for example, these are the matches going on. If I want to see the latest score, what you will do, you try to refresh here. So instead of refresh, you refresh means the entire page is reloaded. Instead of that, only this part of data you need to update. Only this part of data you need to update. So that how you can do using the Ajax technique. So here I show you some examples here. See. Can you see now? Some suggestions you are getting here. Yani the server is sending you back some reply. Another one you try. This one. This one. See. Example. Did you see any change in this page when I select this one? Where is the change happening? Only this area. Only this area is changed. This complete web page is not changed. So this is the use of Ajax. So what it will do is, it will send your request through this engine. It will not reload your complete page. Only a small portion of the page is reloaded here using this Ajax. Okay. So see, this is the code. Ajax code is this one. You are sending the request to the server, and the server will reply you some XML. So that XML you are going to display it in the bottom, in this place. Okay, so that is what our lecture now. So today examples are, see, Google Map. When you zoom, when you pan, only the small portion is going to be changed in the G Maps. See, Google Maps. See, when I do this one, only this part of area is enlarged. The complete page is not reloaded here. Okay, minimize. Page remains same, but the updations is happening here. So that is all possible with the help of this Ajax. So Gmail, okay, another example like Netflix, form validations, all these are the examples of Ajax. Okay, so what is happening in your Google Chrome? You are going to use this object, XML HTTP request object. This is an important object in Ajax. This, see, code will be called each time this object will change the state. So what are the methods to send it to the data sending to the server is either get or post method. So you will send the request using this send method. Send method. This one. Can you see here? Send. Okay, I will show the same program is there in your slides. Now see this one. How do you create the object? Create a variable, any variable like this. A JavaScript function. So these are the DOM objects, this one, window.ActiveX object. You are creating one ActiveX object here. If it is not there, else you are sending this object request. So this is an important one for Ajax to handle the request of your client and send it to the server. then the server will give you back here. Okay, the same is happening here. I show you in this example. See, variable is equal to new XML HTTP request. Then you are making things ready. You are checking from the server will send you back some status code after you get some reply. Okay, so here finally you are sending your data with this method send. See what you are sending to the server, your string. What string you are passing? So this is the string you are passing, this one: Peter, Lois, Joseph, Glenn. This, when you send it to the server will reply you back with the data, with this code. Okay, so that is what we are creating here. XML HTTP is equal to new XML HTTP object. Now requesting to the server. See how you start requesting to the server. This is the JavaScript function. XML HTTP object dot on ready state change. You are going to handle the change. See, these two methods are important. So this open method will set the request to the server, and send method will post your data. This one, see, open method and send method. Now next is response. Every time you send a request to the server, see, the server will be in these possible states, your object 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you receive the reply from the server, your data status is 4, yani it should be complete. And the status is 200, means finish loading. Always you have to check this one. You send your XML request object will be in any of these possible states. So once the server is sending you back the data, your status of that object is 200, and it will be in a complete state. 4 means complete. If the status is complete, then only you call this one. What is finish Ajax? See, when you get the response from the server, you are calling this method. So what is this in finish Ajax? You are going to display that in this div, in this area, content, inner HTML, yani whatever response you are getting here from this server, that you are going to put it here. See here, XML HTTP dot response text, that you are storing in this variable. So same you are doing here. See, response text, where you are storing text hint. This is the div. Can you see here? This is the div ID. Before it is empty. Before I started this one, this was empty. Did you observe? See here. This is empty. Here only your answer will come once you change this data. Look, you got the data here. Yani you got the inner HTML text hint response. So instead of this, you got this one, response from the server. Understand? So like this, the Ajax model will work. Okay, what are the methods you use here? Get or post methods to communicate to the server using the string. You're following this one? So when you send the data to the server will give you back an XML or JSON format data. Why XML or JSON format is used is they are very much easy to handle, easy to understand, easy to parse this XML type of data. That's why the server is giving you back XML or JSON object. So how XML means what? Extensible markup language. Okay, used to exchange your information. What is the history of XML? First, in this year 1970, a language introduced called Standardized Generalized Markup Language to create a document using the tags. Later, due to the advancements, Tim Berners-Lee created HTML markup language. Why they invented this one is this is very complex to use SGML. HTML is very easy, very simple. Then again, XML is introduced to overcome the problems we have in HTML, making more simple to use. This is XML standard version. This one. So it is maintained by this organization W3C. Now XML applications, where you use is XML you can use to display the graphics, to do the mathematical functions, and this one XHTML, web pages, application software development, you use this one. You create a JSF page, this is the extension you have used to create an XHTML pages. Understand? See, this is the this tag you are opening, this is closing. So XML is also having the opening tag and the closing tag, yani end tag. So attribute also will have the tags. So this is the start of the XML declaration file. This is used to comment your code, this kind of symbol, angle bracket, exclamatory mark, minus minus, and here also minus minus, greater than symbol, commenting, to comment the lines. So now see the structure. This is the structure of XML. This is all you studied in application software development, in your web development. You use this type of structure. So XML is used to represent document object module. So this shows the start of XML document with version. So this DTD will describe you the rules, what rules you have to follow when you create the tags. Otherwise, it will show you the error. That's why you are having these settings here. Now, this is the example of a sample XML file. See, opening tag of person, closing tag person, address opening tag, closing tag, phone number open tag, close tag. Okay, so data, attributes, and the core tags all have opening, ending. So this is very simple to understand, easy to use. That's why the XML is preferred over HTML or SGML. Okay, so server will give you this type of data reply. server will give you this data. So this data only you are going to display. This data only you are going to display in your HTML pages. Now what is XHTML? It is an extensible HTML. This you have studied in application software development. The very first line you will have this one. So XHTML is preferred over HTML. Okay, you can design the templates, anything you can do in this XHTML. So this is also the application of XML, which copies the style, which has the same style of HTML. Emulates means this is copying or reflecting the style of HTML. So XHTML files, whenever you create it, it will have these tags. So you are going to use the combination of both XML and Ajax. Now see how you are going to get the phone numbers from the XML. Suppose the server is sending you XML. How do you read that? Using this one, get elements by tag name. So in that, phone number is a tag. You know this one, phone number. This is a tag. So that you are going to read it here. Okay. So from the XML file, .xml file, you are going to read the phone numbers. So I will show you one example also to understand this XML and Ajax now. So XML, either the server will send XML or the JSON object, JavaScript object notation. This is also the another way of structuring the document using the JavaScript. So in your web development, you use this one. Also Python, you have used this format, JSON format. Okay, so this is also another file format which is sent by the server. Example is like this. So you will have key value. Okay, so here are some phone number syntax and the person syntax here given. So this is the format example of JSON. This is a format example of XML. So server will send the data to you like this. So that you have to parse and read it, which data you want. Then you display that data. Now see, this is the advantage of JSON, that you can immediately start manipulating. You don't need to wait for the status here. See, phone numbers, first name you are storing in this variable, phone number you are storing, okay, and displaying here. What is your office number? What is your home phone number? Here you have different types of numbers. No? See this one, home. This is fax. So which phone number you have, that I am trying to display. So home, if the type is home, it will give you this number. Okay, JSON Ajax. So now example I will give. So I have here Lecture12 Ajax. Here I am using small page, index.html. This one. So in this one, I have one text box and submit button. Later I will explain all these things. Okay. And also it is contacting with PHP server. Where is our PHP server? I have database also with this one. I created one small table called books. See this one. You will understand what is the use of Ajax, how it works. Can you see this table? Book master. Look, I created these tables with these column names: author ID, book name, price, category, date of publishing, ISBN number, number of pages, and I entered this data. So imagine you have this table. Okay, now I will read. Okay, see here. This is the code for this file index. See this one, students. Here, when I type like this, for example, maths or physics, see, it is giving me this data suggestions. It is coming from where? From the database. See, these are all the book names. I did not type it, I did not complete the word, but it is showing me these are the all possible examples. Like, see, when I type H, it is suggesting me this is the book available, Human Anatomy. This one. So my entire page is not loading here. It is updating me only this part. Okay. Introduction. Uh, see, advanced. The this is the dynamic way of updating. What is happening here? I will explain the code. Look, when you type there, on key up is the event I am filing. On key up, I am calling this function book suggestion. This is a JavaScript function. So whenever you type something here, I am calling this function. What is there in this function? Ajax code. What you are doing here, you are going to get the value of book. Okay, that you are sending it to the server. When the server is ready, when your request is completed, then you are displaying your data. See here, alert. I will uncomment this. Save this. Okay. Now I will reload this page. Here, can you see now? What is this one? Transfer of heat. The experimental analysis, the nature of world. This is an XML sent by the server. So I am going to read this and display the data. Okay, so that is what is happening here in this one. So this is the code responsible to reload the data from the server using Ajax. The same example what you have seen here. This one. I will show you this one. Alert. Can I modify this one? I cannot modify. Okay, look, this part of the data is updated here when I change this value. So this is the small topic called Ajax and XML, what is covered in this lecture 12. Okay, this is an asynchronous JavaScript. So without reloading your page, you are going to get the reply from the server and display the data onto the web page. Okay, students. So if you have any queries, you can ask me.